I built a small 4-unit apartment building in Mount Komorebi on this empty 20 by 15 lot called 241 Wakabamori. And I'm only using the base game and 3 packs: Snowy Escape, For Rent, and Laundry Day. I know how restrictive it can be for people who want to download my builds when I use a lot of packs, so I'm going to do more of these limited pack builds in the future. I really wanted this building to look modern, but also to fit into the environment. There are obvious paths to this lot on both the front and the back, so I basically made a symmetrical building with near identical entrances on both sides. The dimensions of the building are slightly asymmetrical, so the apartments are a little smaller on one side than the other, but the design on both the front and the back is pretty much identical. It's hard to say which side is the front. There's also a shared laundry room in the basement of this building for all of the residents to share. Each individual apartment is only 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and I feel like I need to warn you, these apartments are tiny. Everything is functional, but there's not much room to add anything, and in all but one apartment, the bed is pushed up against the wall. Yes, Sims can still sleep in double beds when they're pushed up against the wall. It's just that the Sim who sleeps against the wall has to get in first and scooch over. Also, they can't woohoo on beds that are pushed up against the wall, but it's okay. I thought of that, and I put shower tubs in every apartment, so your Sims can just woohoo there instead. I did kind of struggle with the basement for a bit. Since the building is on a foundation, I couldn't put the basement where I wanted it without messing up the entryway. And when I tried placing stairs for the basement, the game really tested my patience. Eventually, I did find a stair placement that worked, and once I did, I placed the water heater and electrical box from For Rent in the basement, as well as the laundry machines. Did you know that the last color swatch on these laundry machines puts coin slots on them? I used to live in an apartment that had a shared laundry room, and I remember those coin slots. And then moving on to the floor plan for each apartment, I knew these units would be small, but I don't think I realized quite how small they were until this point. I mean, what did I expect building on a 20 by 15 lot? I know you can make smaller bathrooms, but I generally don't go smaller than 2 by 3, which is what I did here, because that gives me just enough room to comfortably have a sink, a toilet, and a shower tub. These bedrooms, though, maybe aren't quite as comfortable. I mean, they have everything you need in a bedroom. They have a bed, a dresser, a mirror, and it's all usable. There's just not much room in them. I also usually wait a little bit longer to paint the walls and the floors, but I wanted every unit to be somewhat uniform, so I used the same walls and floors in each unit, just in different color swatches. In every kitchen, I used the cabinets from For Rent. I really like these cabinets a lot, and in particular, I love how the left end piece of the upper cabinet has a paper towel roll on it. While furnishing the living area though, the reality of the size of this apartment hit me again. To save space in this unit, I used a wall-mounted TV and I put a small couch in the middle of the room. I also only used 2 chairs at the small dining table. This floor plan is fine for this apartment, but as you'll see later, it didn't really work in the smaller ones. And to help define the kitchen as a separate space from the living area, I copied over the tile from the bathroom for the kitchen floor and backsplash. And then moving on to the second apartment, this one is definitely a lot more colorful. I really like the way this pink and this mint green color look together, and I take this apartment in more of a girly pop direction. This is also the only apartment where the bed isn't pushed up against the wall. I know it looks like a tight fit, and it is, but your Sims can still get in and out of this bed because they only need a half tile to walk. This kitchen and living space is definitely smaller than the previous apartment though. It was a tight squeeze in here, and I certainly struggled with the floor plan. I actually decided to not put a TV in this unit, and instead I went for the Lindsay smart speaker. And of course I threw down some rugs and I put some art on the walls. The bathroom in this unit is the same size as the last one, but because of the location of the door, I had to use a different layout. It's still functional, but things are just arranged a little different. Personally, I prefer the previous layout, but that's just not possible in this bathroom, and this works too. And then moving upstairs, I did another one of the larger apartments. I copied the same kitchen layout as the first apartment using using the same cabinets and appliances, just in a different color. I also copied the flooring from the bathroom. I tried experimenting with the floor plan, thinking that the sim in this apartment might arrange things differently than the one in the first apartment did, but in the end, I decided that idea is stupid because the way I arranged the first apartment was the most logical way to do it. And while picking out the furniture, I saw this really cute snowboard table, and I decided that the sim that lives here likes to ski and snowboard. And as I continue to clutter this unit, you'll see that personality come through even more. Unfortunately, a lot of the snowboard and ski equipment is really big, and there wasn't really room for it inside the apartment, but I did manage to get a few items that get the message across. I even put an actual snowboard in the apartment that I believe Sims can put in their inventory and use on the mountain. The wall color in this bedroom is really nice, and when I saw how it contrasted with this red furniture, I fell in love with the combo. Also, I didn't mention this yet, but I put a laundry hamper in every unit. Since there's a shared laundry room, no matter which unit you play in, the laundry gameplay will be activated, so each unit needs their own hamper. And somehow, I managed to fit a radio in here too. Don't ask me how. And I also put a laptop on the dining table as well. That's something that I only did in a few of these apartments, not all of them. I think only 1 or 2 of them have a computer. And then finally, the last apartment, which is another one of the really tiny ones. I kind of just breezed through the bathroom and the kitchen, copying the same thing that I did in the last tiny apartment, and then I gave this unit a laptop and a bookshelf, and I decided I really wanted them to have a TV, despite not having any space for it. So I put the TV in the hallway over the radiator, which is not something I recommend you do in real life, but this is The Sims, so it's fine. I also haven't mentioned this yet, but I put the no shoes signs up in every apartment in this building. And now that I'm done with the interior, I moved back to the exterior to do the landscaping. Like I said earlier, I really wanted this build to blend into the world, so I used this red tree and the bamboo that came with Snowy Escape. You'll also see me add a mailbox and some outdoor trash bins to this build, but you might not see those in the final walkthrough at the end of this video. Those items are in the gallery version of this build, so if you download this from the gallery, the mailbox and the trash cans will be there. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and let you enjoy this walkthrough. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.